Hi students, in this video I will discuss the curvilinear coordinates, and these are the coordinate system in which the lines may be curved. So first, spherical and coordinate systems will be discussed, and spherical coordinates are denoted by r, theta and phi, and where r is the radial distance, theta is the polar angle and phi is the azimuth angle. So let we discuss it in this figure. If we have a point P and the coordinates are r, theta and phi, and the unit vectors are r cap, theta cap and phi cap. These are the unit vectors, where r is the distance from origin to this point P. Theta is known as the polar angle. It is from the z-axis in clockwise direction, and the theta may vary from 0 to pi. Phi is the azimuthal angle, and it is from the x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, and it may be from 0 to 2 pi. So now we want to get the position vector r in terms of spherical coordinates r, theta and phi. So we know that position vector in Cartesian coordinates is r vector equal to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. These are the along I cap, j cap, k cap unit vector directions. But here we want to find out a relation in position vector in terms of r, theta and phi. So we can see with this geometry that if we have this point P and this vector is r, and the magnitude of this is this radial distance OP, and this on z axis we have the component of this vector r cos theta, and r sin theta is in this xy plane. So we can see in 3 dimension that one component is here and one component is here. R sin theta is OP prime. So this OP prime makes angle phi with this x axis. So if we have this geometry xy plane plotted here, and you can see that r sin theta is a vector. So it will a vector have two components. Suppose a vector is here, so a cos phi and a sin phi will be with the components along x axis and y axis. So from here we can see that z is simply r cos theta, we have already seen it, and the x will be r sin theta, this vector, and cos phi. So r sin theta cos phi will be the x component, y component will be r sin theta sin phi. So using these x, y, z values, we can find out the position vector as r vector equal to r sin theta cos phi I cap plus r sin theta sin phi j cap plus r cos theta k cap. So now we have to find out the unit vectors r cap, theta cap and phi cap for spherical coordinates. So r cap is the direction of change or the direction of increase, and it is r vector divided by the magnitude r. Theta cap and phi cap, they depends on r, so that's why there will be a change in r cap, delta r cap by delta theta divided by magnitude of delta r cap by delta theta, and phi cap will be delta r cap by delta phi divided by magnitude of this. So we have just found r cap equal to r sin theta cos phi I cap plus r sin theta sin phi j cap plus r cos theta k cap, and the magnitude of this is the component under root of square of this r sin theta cos phi square plus r sin theta sin phi square plus r cos theta square, that is r. And if we want to get the unit vector r cap, means if we divide this vector by its magnitude, r vector by a magnitude of this will give us, r will be cancelled out in this, So sin theta cos phi I cap plus sin theta sin phi j cap plus cos theta k cap. Similarly, theta cap will be delta r cap by delta theta divided by s to magnitude. So we have just found r cap. So if we partially differentiate with respect to theta, this one. So delta r cap by delta theta will be, we have to differentiate only the terms which contain theta. So cos phi will be here, sin theta will be differentiated as cos theta I cap plus sin theta differentiation cos theta sin phi j cap plus differentiation of cos theta equal to minus sin theta k cap. So again we will have to take the magnitude of this vector, and it will be under root of this square, magnitude of this square plus this square plus this square. This is under root cos square theta plus sin square theta, that is 1. So we will have this vector theta cap unit vector is cos theta cos phi I cap plus cos theta sin phi j cap minus sin theta k cap. Similarly, we can find out the unit vectors phi cap to differentiate this r cap with respect to phi, partially differentiate. So it will be minus sin theta sin phi I cap plus sin theta cos phi j cap plus, because this term does not have, it was z cos or r cos theta, so if we differentiate with respect to phi, it will be 0. So it is k cap for 0 into k cap. The magnitude of this, again you will have to add the square of this component, so it will be sin theta. So phi cap will be minus sin phi I cap plus cos phi j cap plus 0 k cap. So now these are the values for the unit vectors r cap, theta cap and phi cap. So we can write a relation between r cap, theta cap, phi cap and I cap, j cap, k cap. The unit vectors in spherical and Cartesian coordinates, they can be represented as in matrix form. Suppose r cap, theta cap, phi cap, and we can write the coefficients of these vectors here as the component of this matrix. Sin theta cos phi, sin theta sin phi, cos theta, because theta cap have this component cos theta cos phi, cos theta sin phi minus sin theta, and phi cap have minus sin phi, cos phi and 0. And these Cartesian coordinates I cap, j cap, k cap. So this is how we can find out the r cap, theta cap, phi cap in terms of I cap, j cap, k cap. But if we want to get the r cap, theta cap, phi cap in terms of I, j, k, then we have to transpose this matrix. So transpose of a matrix means the rows will become the column. So first row will be first column, second row will be second column, third row will be third column. So this is how we can represent the I, j, k in terms of r cap, theta cap, phi cap. So these are about the unit vectors in spherical coordinate system, and these unit vectors are also orthogonal. So if we put r cap dot r cap, it will be 1, and if r cap dot theta cap, it should give 0. So whatever properties the unit vector I cap, j cap, k cap so have in Cartesian coordinates, here in spherical coordinate system r cap, theta cap and phi cap also show the same properties. So we can prove that the angle is 90 degree in these vectors, unit vectors. So now we have some important vectors, like one is displacement vector dl. So in Cartesian coordinate system we have already seen that dl vector is dxi cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. It is the small change in x, y and z direction. But we will see that in spherical coordinate system it is not like dl equal to dr r cap plus d theta, theta cap plus d phi cap, because here theta and phi, it depends on r also. So therefore we will have to write dl for spherical coordinate system according to the change in the r, change in the d theta and change in the phi, that is d phi, using this geometry. So dlr is simply because r is changing, the change in r is dr, in this case it is dr only. But if we see the change in theta, so if we, theta means the angle from z axis in clockwise direction. If this was the theta and if there is some small change, theta plus d theta. So this change is, this is arc. So arc is r d theta, because we know that the angle is arc divided by radius. So arc, here we need the length of this arc, that is the dl theta, that is r d theta. Similarly, in case of phi, we have this phi in this direction. From x-axis it was phi angle, and if we take phi plus d phi here, so again the change is in this arc, so it will be r sin theta d phi, because again this angle d phi will be arc divided by r sin theta. So then we have dl phi equal to r sin theta d phi. This is the dl phi, this was dl theta. So this now the line element or displacement vector in case of the spherical coordinate is dr r cap plus r d theta theta cap plus r sin theta d phi phi cap. Similarly, we can find out the area vector and the volume element. So volume element in Cartesian coordinate was just multiplication of dx dy dz. So here it will be dlr dl theta and dl phi, and if we multiply dr r d theta r sin theta d phi, then it is r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. So this is the volume element in case of spherical symmetric coordinates. Now we can find out the area element. Area is with two planes. Suppose in Cartesian coordinates we have the area in yz plane, so the direction will be in x cap direction. Similarly, if it is in xz direction, the xz plane dx dz, the direction will be in third direction, y cap direction. If we have the area in xy plane dx dy, so the direction of the area vector will be in z cap direction. So similarly, here we can use dlr dl theta dl phi. So first, if the unit vector is in r cap direction, then we have the area will be made by other two coordinates. So r cap is here, so it will be theta and phi, dl theta and dl phi, so it will be r d theta r sin theta d phi r cap. So r square sin theta d phi in r cap direction. Similarly, in theta cap direction it will be dlr dl phi, and in phi cap direction it will be dlr dl theta. So area element will depend in which direction we want to take, or in which plane we are taking the area. So these are the line element, area element and volume element in spherical coordinate system. Now we will discuss the other coordinate system, which is cylindrical coordinate system. So it is, we can think about that a cylinder have radius, it has fixed radius s, and again the height is denoted by z coordinate, and this angle is phi. So phi is similar to the angle we have taken in spherical symmetric coordinates. So now we will discuss the position vector and the unit vectors in case of the cylindrical coordinate system. In some books it is denoted by r phi z or rho phi z, but we are following the Griffith book. It has the notation s phi z. So there will be no confusion with r or rho. So let us take a point P which have coordinate s phi z, and s is the radius or the perpendicular distance from this, as qp distance is s, and the projection of this qp vector here is q, or it is op prime. Op prime is the same as here. In third direction we can see that if we make a cylinder, the radius here is s, also here is s. So we have to relate the x, y, z to s phi z, because coordinates of Cartesian to spherical coordinate system. So s is the perpendicular distance of point P from z axis, and from z axis this is the s value, and it can vary from 0 to infinity. Phi, again phi is the angle from x axis in anti-clockwise direction, and it may vary from 0 to 2 pi, and z, as it is the height and it will it can be any value from minus infinity to plus infinity. So position vector in Cartesian is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. So here we have to find out relation. Suppose z is fixed, z in this direction because it does not depend on angle. Now we have to find the relation in x and y using this phi angle. So we have this OP prime vector, that is s, and this angle is phi. So x will be s cos phi and this y will be s sin phi. So that's why we have the position vector in cylindrical system, s cos phi I cap plus s sin phi j cap plus z k cap. So this is representation of position vector, and from this position vector again we will find the unit vectors. So unit vectors along these three directions. Suppose s cap will be delta r vector by delta s divided by its magnitude. Similarly phi cap will be delta r by delta phi divided by its magnitude plus z cap equal to the vector delta r by delta z divided by its magnitude. And r vector, position vector, just we have found in last slide, s cos phi I cap plus s sin phi j cap plus z k cap, and the magnitude of this will, first we have to differentiate it because we need s cap will be differentiation of this partially divided by magnitude of this. So now delta r by delta s, so s will be differentiated, cos phi is constant, s is 1, cos phi I plus sin phi j plus it does not have s, so it will be 0k, and this magnitude will be under root cos square phi plus sin square phi plus 0, that is 1. So s cap will be cos phi I plus sin phi j plus 0k. Similarly we can find the phi cap. First we have to differentiate this position vector with respect to phi. So it will, cos phi will be minus sin phi into s minus plus s sin phi, means s sin phi differentiation with partially with respect to phi is cos phi j cap. Again it does not have the phi, so it will be 0, and the magnitude is under root s square sin square phi plus s square cos square phi, that is it will, or third term is 0, so it will give us. So again phi cap equal to minus sin phi I cap plus cos phi j cap plus 0 k cap. Now the third direction z cap equal to delta r vector by delta z, that is position vector. We have to differentiate this with respect to z. So these two terms does not contain z, only this term will be differentiated. So we will have k cap only, and delta r by delta z equal to 1. So z cap equal to k cap. So z cap is constant vector, otherwise s cap and phi cap, they are dependent. All these unit vectors are also perpendicular, as we have seen in all the coordinate system. We can summarize how we can correlate the unit vectors in cylindrical system to unit vectors in Cartesian coordinates. So s phi z, again it can be represented in terms of I, j, k with this matrix cos phi sin phi 0 minus sin phi cos phi 0 and 0 0 1. So this is how we can represent these cylindrical coordinates in terms of Cartesian coordinates. Again we have the line element vector or displacement vector, area vector, and the volume element. These also can be found using the values. So using this geometry, first we know that line element is small changes along the 3 axis, but here again we cannot write it like ds plus d phi plus dz because they depend on the angle phi also. So that's why dls will be ds because s does not depend on phi, and dl phi will be again the change in this phi, and phi plus d phi, this will be this changes this arc, this is curve. So this curve will be we can find out the any angle equal to arc by radius. So it will be dl phi by s. So d phi will be this, so that's why dl phi will be s d phi, it is s d phi, and dlz equal to dz. And also in case of the increase in s is also length or the radius, so it does not depend on phi. So dl vector will be ds s cap plus s d phi phi cap plus dz z cap. Area, again area can be either with these two dls or dl phi, it will give us the vector in third direction. So if we have phi and z, then it is the direction will be in third direction s cap, and if we have the area with dls vector and dl z vector, then it will direction will be in phi cap direction. Again, if we are using s and phi, then the direction will be in z cap, third direction. So we can see the area vector depends on the which coordinates we are taking or which plane. Volume element is just we have to multiply dls dl phi dl z, so it will ds s d phi into dz. So d tau vector is s ds d phi dz. Now we can use this coordinate system to find out some. It is just a simple example how to find out the volume of the sphere using a sphere of radius r using this coordinate, spherical coordinates. So we know the volume element d tau in spherical coordinate is r square sine theta dr d theta d phi, and if we integrate it, we can find out the volume. So the radius is r is changing from 0 to r, theta is 0 to pi, and phi is have the limit 0 to 2 pi. So if we integrate it, r cube by 3 sine theta will be minus cos theta, and minus cos theta, if you put limit 0 to pi, it will give 2, and d phi have d phi and integration phi, and if you put 0 to 2 pi, then it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. Similarly, we can find out for the cylinder of radius r and height l. Then we have to again integrate d tau in cylindrical coordinate system. It is s ds d phi dz, and s is varying from 0 to r, phi is varying from 0 to 2 pi, and z is varying from 0 to l. So s ds d phi dz is s square by 2, limit is for the s 0 to r, for phi limit is 0 to 2 pi, and for z it is 0 to l. So it is r square by 2 pi l pi r square l. This is the volume in cylindrical coordinate system. And again, these formulas are summarized in the book, electrodynamics book by Griffith, which tells which have all summarized. We already have seen the position vectors and then unit vectors x cap, y cap, z cap, or I cap, j cap, k cap in spherical coordinate system, or r cap, theta cap, phi cap in terms of Cartesian coordinate system, and also cylindrical coordinate system. They are also correlated. So if you have any queries, you can write or suggestion in the comment box, and in next video I will discuss the divergence, gradient and curl in spherical and cylindrical coordinates, and for all the three kind of coordinate system. So thanks for watching this video.